They're supposed to brighten your smile, but instead, some worry they could be harmful to your health.
On our Consumer Watch, Julie Watts on the growing controversy over microbeads in your toothpaste.
A news piece like this might sound like it's just talking about a few tiny plastic particles in toothpaste. But if you look closer, it hits on a much bigger issue. A lot of people are choosing toothpaste based on how clean it feels after 2 minutes, not on what their teeth actually need. You brush your teeth, your mouth feels cool. Your breath is fresher, there's more foam, your teeth seem cleaner. And in just those 2 minutes, it's easy to believe that this toothpaste is doing its job well. But enamel doesn't get stronger just because the mint is intense. Gums don't get healthier just because of a medicinal taste. And your teeth aren't safer just because the label says natural or whitening. Today I'm going to show you 5 toothpaste brands. You should avoid each one failing in a very different way, and 3 safer options depending on what your mouth is actually dealing with. Number 1, Parodontax Complete Protection. There's a moment in the bathroom that makes a lot of people pause for a second. You brush your teeth like usual, spit. Look down at the sink and see a very faint pink streak. Not heavy bleeding, not intense pain, but enough to trigger a thought, is something wrong with my gums? And the first reaction is completely understandable. You go buy a toothpaste that sounds more serious, more gum-focused, something that looks like it can actually handle the problem. Parodontax Complete Protection usually ends up in the bathroom that way. It doesn't feel like a light minty everyday toothpaste. It has a slightly medicinal, slightly salty, slightly strong taste. After brushing, it feels like you just did something more serious for your oral health. And that feeling makes it very easy to feel reassured too early. But bleeding gums are not always something you can fix with a new tube of toothpaste. The American Dental Association has said that toothpaste can be formulated to help with issues like gingivitis, tartar sensitivity, or enamel erosion depending on the formula. That means toothpaste does have a real role. It's not just fragrance and foam, but that role still has limits. Toothpaste cannot remove hardened tartar stuck along the gum line. It does not replace floss. It does not clean plaque sitting in areas your brush can't reach. And if your gums are inflamed because of plaque tartar or gum disease, simply switching toothpaste can easily turn into a delay tactic. This is where it becomes concerning. You think you're addressing the problem because the toothpaste feels more serious. But the root cause may still be there. Plaque is still there. Tartar is still there. Your gums are still being irritated every day. Then, after a few weeks, you still see blood when you spit. Your breath still doesn't stay fresh for long. Your gums are still red or even starting to recede slightly. At that point, the issue is no longer which toothpaste smells better, feels stronger, or sounds more professional. With Parodontax, the right way to use it is to treat it as support, not a replacement for your dentist. If your dentist recommends it, or if you need gum support as part of a clear routine, it can have a place. But it needs to go with very basic things: proper flossing, gentle brushing, removing plaque, and getting a dental cleaning if the condition persists. You can track it in a very practical way. Use it consistently for 1 to 2 weeks, but don't focus only on how it feels after brushing. Look at whether your gums are still bleeding, whether your breath actually improves, whether flossing still hurts or causes bleeding. If the answer is still yes, then buying another tube just brings you back to the same point. Parodontax is not the problem if you use it in the right role. The problem is when you use it to reassure yourself that you've already handled a signal your body is trying to send. That blood in the sink is not a reminder to find a stronger toothpaste. It's a signal that your gums may need proper cleaning and a real check before a small issue turns into something harder to fix. Number 2, Arm & Hammer Advance White Extreme Whitening. You spit, rinse, and there's still that slightly salty baking soda taste sitting on your tongue. Your breath does feel clean, your mouth feels a bit drier, your teeth feel like they've been scrubbed very thoroughly. And if you like that kind of clean, something strong and unmistakable, then Arm & Hammer Advance White Extreme Whitening can easily make you think this is it. This is a toothpaste that actually works. But your mouth doesn't need to be treated like a dirty pan. The American Dental Association has said that toothpaste can use mild abrasives to remove plaque and surface stains. The issue is not everyone needs the same level of intensity. If you have weak enamel sensitive teeth, easily irritated gums, or a mouth that tends to be dry, a formula that's too aggressive can make you confuse irritation with deep cleaning. The signs usually show up quickly. After brushing, your mouth feels drier than usual, your gums feel slightly tingly, your teeth start to react when you drink something cold. Some people even think maybe it's just whitening more intensely, but no. If your mouth feels uncomfortable after using it, that's not proof the toothpaste is effective. That's your body telling you the intensity might be too much for you. Baking soda is not the enemy. Whitening is not automatically wrong. But when the entire experience leans toward extreme, you have to ask, do your teeth actually need something stronger? Or do they need gentler protection? If you like Arm and Hammer, choose a milder version, or don't use an extreme whitening line as your only daily toothpaste. For sensitive teeth, a fluoride sensitivity toothpaste is usually more reasonable. And if you still want whitening, treat it as something controlled, not a twice-daily habit all year round. A clean mouth shouldn't have to sting. Healthy teeth shouldn't feel worn down after every brush. And if a toothpaste feels powerful but leaves you with sensitivity, what it's taking away might not be just surface stains. But not everyone likes that kind of intensity. There's a group of people who go in the opposite direction. They start avoiding anything that feels too chemical, too harsh, and move toward options that sound more natural, more gentle. Number 3, Tom's of Maine Fluoride-Free Toothpaste. There's one phrase on toothpaste that makes many people stop very quickly: fluoride-free. For some people, that phrase sounds like a promise. Fewer chemicals, more natural, safer. But for teeth, not everything removed from the formula is good news. Tom's of Maine Fluoride-Free is easy to choose with that exact mindset. The label looks gentle, the brand sounds friendly, the taste is not too harsh, not too spicy, and it doesn't make your mouth feel attacked like some strong whitening toothpastes. If you're buying it for your child, your family, or yourself because you want to avoid some chemicals, this type can easily create a sense of reassurance. But teeth don't just need a gentle feeling. Teeth need protection. The American Dental Association says it very clearly: toothpastes that make cavity-fighting claims and carry the ADA seal must contain fluoride. The reason is simple. Fluoride helps support enamel remineralization, especially after you eat or drink things with acid or sugar. And real life is not as gentle as the front of a toothpaste tube. You drink coffee. Kids eat snacks. Some people drink soda, lemonade, sweet tea. Some people brush regularly but still get cavities. In those cases, removing fluoride is not like removing something unnecessary. It may mean removing a layer of protection your teeth need every day. The tricky part is that fluoride-free toothpaste often feels very pleasant. The taste is lighter. Your mouth burns less. After brushing, you feel naturally clean. But if your last few dental visits still showed cavities, or your child brushes regularly and still gets cavities, that gentle feeling is not enough to conclude it's doing its job well. I'm not saying everything natural is wrong. I'm also not saying you have to hate Tom's. But if you like this brand, choose the fluoride version instead of the fluoride-free one for your daily routine. Natural does not have to mean taking away something your teeth actually need. A toothpaste can feel very gentle to you, but if it lacks fluoride, it may not be strong enough to stand between your enamel and the things you eat and drink every day. Number 4, Hello Activated Charcoal Toothpaste. You know a product is winning on feeling when just one streak of black paste in the sink is enough to make people believe it's cleaning more deeply than ordinary white toothpaste. A little gray foam, a few smudges across the white porcelain. It doesn't look like regular toothpaste. It looks like a tiny detox ritual in the bathroom. And I understand why so many people get pulled into that feeling. After years of hearing about dirty food chemicals, artificial colors, and preservatives, suddenly a tube of black charcoal toothpaste makes you feel like you're pulling toxins out of your mouth. But teeth don't work like a water filter. Hello Activated Charcoal Toothpaste is risky because it sells a very powerful image. Activated charcoal black color, a rough, clean feeling. A more natural vibe than the shiny white tubes at the supermarket. You brush, see the sink turn, a little black rinse, feel like your teeth are smoother, and it's very easy to think it must be cleaning deeply. But the real question is Does charcoal make your teeth cleaner, or does it just make brushing look more intense? There is one point many people don't notice. Materials from the Michigan Dental Association have warned that charcoal toothpaste may wear down enamel over time, causing the dentin underneath to show and triggering sensitivity. Another concern is that many charcoal formulas do not contain fluoride, which makes the cavity concern even bigger. This is no longer just colorful marketing. This is about the outer protective layer of your teeth, potentially being worn away little by little while you think you're taking care of them in a cleaner way. An enamel is not hair. It is not a fingernail. It does not grow back after it is gone. When enamel wears down, the dentin underneath is more likely to show. That's when one glass of cold water can make you flinch. One sip of hot coffee makes your teeth ache. Sour, sweet, cold foods start to feel more uncomfortable. Worse, your teeth may look more yellow over time, not because they are dirtier, but because the dentin underneath is naturally more yellow and is becoming more visible. The signs in real life are fairly easy to recognize. If the toothpaste feels gritty like fine sand. If your teeth feel rough clean after brushing instead of comfortably clean. If the black sink makes you feel like the product is doing something dramatic, slow down for a second. A dramatic-looking sink does not mean your enamel is being protected. I'm not saying you have to fear everything with the word charcoal, but don't use charcoal toothpaste as your everyday fluoride toothpaste. If the goal is whitening, choose a gentler formula with fluoride or ask your dentist before turning it into a morning and night habit. Teeth don't need detox. Teeth need intact enamel. And from a black toothpaste that makes you think you're deep cleaning, this final concern is even quieter. A tube that looks gentle and natural but leaves out the one thing teeth need most to fight cavities. Number 5, Crest 3D White Brilliance. Yellow teeth don't hurt anyone, right? Yellow teeth don't hurt anyone right away, but they can damage confidence very quickly. Just one smile in a photo where your teeth look dull and you start wanting something that can whiten them as fast as possible. And when a toothpaste like Crest 3D White Brilliance promises a brighter smile, that choice sounds very reasonable. Who wouldn't want their smile to look cleaner in just a few weeks? But the trap of whitening toothpaste is not the desire for whiter teeth. It's how quickly you want to see results. Whitening toothpaste usually deals with surface stains through abrasives, meaning mild polishing agents that help scrub away stains on the outside of the teeth. The American Dental Association also explains that toothpaste can contain abrasives for cleaning and whitening, but for products that make cavity-fighting claims and carry the ADA seal, fluoride is still required. Put more simply, whitening is only a supporting role. Protecting enamel is the part you cannot afford to forget. To me, this is the kind of product people can easily overuse because every time your teeth seem a little brighter, you want to keep using it. Morning, night, every day. Then, when cold water makes your teeth twinge a little, you realize you may be asking your teeth to look good faster than they can handle. Enamel is not paint on a wall that you can just scrub harder whenever you want it brighter. When enamel wears down, the dentin underneath can become more visible, and the irony is that dentin is more yellow than enamel. That means if you chase whiter teeth too aggressively over time, your teeth may become both more sensitive and more yellow looking. That's a frustrating kind of loss. You lose comfort and still don't keep the whiteness you wanted. You can notice a few small signals yourself. Ice water makes your teeth sensitive. Your teeth feel too squeaky clean after brushing. Your gums feel a little irritated, or your mouth feels more scrubbed than cared for. Those signs should not be treated as proof the product is working. Sometimes they are reminders that your enamel is being pushed too hard. The solution is not to ban whitening toothpaste completely. If your teeth are healthy, you can rotate it in, but don't turn it into your only daily toothpaste. If your teeth are sensitive, prioritize fluoride and enamel-safe formula, or ask your dentist before continuing to chase strong whitening. Fast whitening is not worth it if what you lose is a protective layer that does not grow back. And that is also the point where we move into safer territory. Instead of choosing toothpaste based on the fastest whitening, the strongest clean, or the most natural feeling, choose based on the real issue your mouth is dealing with. starting with 3 safer brands options that don't try too hard to impress you but are more trustworthy for your daily brushing routine. Number 1. Hello Naturally Whitening Fluoride Toothpaste. There is one group of people that is very easy to understand, and you may be one of them. You start reading labels more carefully, avoiding things that sound too chemical and trying to switch to products that look cleaner and gentler. But then you get to toothpaste and you pause for a second because you have heard about fluoride and you are not sure whether you should give it up. That is exactly the gray area Hello Naturally Whitening Fluoride Toothpaste is aimed at. It does not try to push you into the completely natural extreme, but it also does not pull you back into the kind of toothpaste that feels strong, foamy, and intense. It stands in the middle. It still has fluoride to help protect teeth from cavities, still keeps whitening at a mild level, and especially does not contain SLS, something that can irritate some people. NY Mag strategist once picked Hello Naturally Whitening Fluoride Toothpaste as a notable option, not because it chased an extreme natural feeling, but because it still kept the important things, ADA approval fluoride and an SLS-free formula that is gentler for people prone to irritation. I often find this choice fits people who tried fluoride-free toothpaste for a while, then started feeling unsure. Maybe cavities came back. Maybe the natural feeling was not enough to protect them the way they thought. But going back to regular toothpaste felt too harsh, too foamy, or made their mouth dry. Hello solves that exact problem. When you use it, the first feeling is not wow. It does not burn your mouth. It does not make you think your teeth are being scrubbed hard. It just cleans in a balanced way, less gritty, less harsh. But the important thing is that the protection is still there. Fluoride is still there, and that is the part your teeth need to keep for the long run. If there is one thing to note, this is not the kind of toothpaste for someone who wants to see obvious whitening within a few weeks. Its whitening is mild, but maybe that is exactly what makes it worth keeping. It does not force you to trade enamel for the feeling of fast whitening. Worth keeping because it finds the middle ground gentler for the mouth but without giving up the fluoride shield. Number 2. Colgate Total Clean Mint. In a family bathroom, toothpaste usually does not belong to just one person. One person needs cavity protection. One person often has bad breath in the morning. One person has gums that bleed easily. One person just needs something easy to buy, easy to use, that does not make the mouth burn, does not have a strange color, and does not force the whole family to relearn how to brush their teeth. And honestly, for many families, the best choice is not the most impressive tube on the shelf. It is the tube that causes the least drama when everyone has to use it every day. That is why Colgate Total Clean Mint deserves to be placed in the safer group. It does not win with a fancier natural story. It does not win with a black detox color. It does not win with a promise to whiten teeth very quickly. It wins on the foundation of mainstream formula, easy to find with fluoride and practical enough for daily brushing habits. Good Housekeeping once picked Colgate Total Clean as a trustworthy choice, not because it has a new gimmick, but because it is ADA accepted for many basic needs at once: cavity protection plaque, gingivitis between the teeth, sensitivity stain removal, and breath. In everyday language, this is the kind of toothpaste that does not try to turn the bathroom into a laboratory. It just tries to do the things a family toothpaste needs to do well. And that matters more than many people think, because oral health does not fall apart in one day. It falls apart from small habits repeated for too long, brushing carelessly, using something too harsh, and giving up choosing strong whitening and ending up with sensitive teeth, or going too natural and missing fluoride. A basic but steady toothpaste may not excite you, but it helps keep the routine going. And with oral care, keeping the routine going is sometimes more important than chasing an effect. The feeling of using Colgate Total Clean Mint also fits that role. The mint is clear, but it does not need to burn your mouth. The foam is moderate, not too drying. After brushing, your mouth feels clean in a familiar way, not so clean that your gums sting or your teeth feel cold sensitive. For a family with different ages and different oral conditions, that balanced feeling is a real advantage. I'm not saying it is the perfect choice for everyone. If you have serious sensitivity, obvious gum inflammation, or a specific dental issue, you should still choose a specialized product or ask your dentist. But if you need a foundation toothpaste, the whole family can use consistently easy to buy and not too extreme. Colgate Total Clean Mint does its job. No trend needed. No shock needed. A good family toothpaste sometimes only has to do the most boring part well, help everyone brush consistently, get enough fluoride, and not quit after a few days. But if Colgate Total Clean Mint is the foundation choice for the whole family, the next option is for a very different kind of person. Someone with sensitive teeth who still wants mild whitening but does not want to pay for it with a sharp twinge every time they drink cold water. Number 3. Sensodyne Pronamel Gentle Whitening. One sip of cold water sometimes tells the truth better than any advertisement. You take a little drink of ice water, your tooth gives a small twinge, then it disappears so fast you almost ignore it. But a few days later, that feeling comes back when you drink hot coffee, then lemonade. Then even brushing a little harder starts to hurt. That is not big drama. It is the kind of small signal many people only notice when it starts interrupting everyday meals. For sensitive teeth, chasing strong whitening is often a move you can easily pay for. Sensodyne. Pronamel Gentle Whitening is a better fit because it does not put the goal of fast whitening ahead of what your enamel can tolerate. Sensodyne itself says the gentle whitening line is designed to help protect enamel against acid wear, support remineralization of weakened enamel, and gently whiten. The important part is the word gentle. It does not try to turn whitening into a hard scrubbing session every morning. I like this approach more for people who drink coffee, tea, soda, or lemonade often, because stains are real. Nobody wants their teeth to keep looking duller, but acid wear is real too, and when enamel is already weakened, sensitivity does more than annoy you. It changes the way you eat and drink. You start avoiding ice water, you become careful with sour foods, even coffee makes you hesitate. A good toothpaste, in this case, should not make you feel like you are beating stains at any cost. It should help your mouth feel more stable first. The feeling when you use it also shows that direction. Less gritty, less harsh. It does not make your teeth feel scrubbed to a squeaky clean extreme. Whitening may be slower, but it is easier to live with. And sometimes, with sensitive teeth, slower is smarter. The way you use it should also be practical. Do not expect it to change your tooth color after just a few brushes. Use it consistently. Brush, gently avoid scrubbing sideways too hard. And if sensitivity continues, ask your dentist to check for enamel wear, gum recession, or possible cavities. Sensodyne Pronamel. Gentle whitening does not sell you a quick whitening hit. It gives you a calmer path, gently reducing stains, keeping enamel cared for, and not turning every glass of cold water into an uncomfortable reminder that you rushed too hard into whitening. Good toothpaste is not about the strongest feeling after you spit out the foam. It is about whether it helps you maintain stable teeth over many months. A trustworthy choice should protect enamel, avoid irritating your gums, avoid making your teeth more sensitive, and fit the real problem inside your mouth. If your teeth are sensitive, do not rush towards strong whitening. If your gums bleed, do not just switch toothpaste and reassure yourself that everything is fine. If you like natural products, make sure you are not giving up the ingredient that helps fight cavities. A small tube of toothpaste in the bathroom can sometimes say a lot about how we care for ourselves every day. What about you? Are you using toothpaste for whiter teeth, fresher breath, healthier gums, or just because you buy it out of habit? Leave a comment. And if you want more videos that help you choose household products more wisely, subscribe to the channel.